have exciting news. I already posted it to Facebook, so I'm pretty sure that all of you guys know already, but I wanted to make a video about it, kind of just explaining in further detail, as well as showing you some of the stuff I got. But yeah, I was on TV and it was, I don't know, it was a fun experience. So I guess I'll just start from the beginning. My dad's boss called him and told him that there were some people who wanted to interview us about like us living in Taiwan and Taiwanese culture and stuff like that. And he didn't really ask like too much into it. So he just agreed. He said, okay, just let me know where you want to meet and we'll come on down and we'll do it. So he told me, and I got up early this morning. I got nice clothes on and I did my hair and my makeup. And we went and they took us to a traditional Taoist temple. And at the temple, there wasn't really anybody there, and we kind of went into this office place, and they gave us lunch, and they showed us the temple's website. Like, it has its own website with like virtual activities, and I think that's what they were trying to promote, is the activities on the website. We went inside, and what they wanted us to do for the interview is they gave us 2 half-moon, they were like wooden blocks, but they were in the shape of half moons, and when you put them together it was kind of like that, and when you opened them they were flat. So they were flat on the top and they were kind of curved on the bottom. And so what we did is you hold them in your hands like this. They were small, but they had big ones too, but we were just using the small ones. And you ask, you are looking at a shrine, like with incense burning and stuff like that, and you ask their god like a question, a yes or no question, or you can make a request, that kind of thing. And you kind of like, you do this and then you throw it, and if it lands with one down and one facing upward, that means that the answer is yes, or that your request will be like your wish will come true, kind of thing. So, but if they both land facing down or both land facing up, then it's a no. And then like the next thing I knew, there were like swarms of people with cameras and video cameras and like microphones and voice tape recorder things. They just came in and they kind of all circled around the area we were throwing the, I don't know what they're called, I'm just gonna call them the half moon blocks. They all kind of swarmed around, and my dad, myself, and I think he was like the guy who ran the temple, or maybe he was the owner of the temple. I don't know if people own temples or if he just, you know, runs it, but he was like the head honcho guy. The 3 of us, we were all doing it together while they were taking pictures and videotaping. And we had to do it like 100 times, because first they wanted us to do it and like make our wish or ask our question. And so we did, and then they videotaped like our results. I got yes, I got 1 up and 1 down, which was nice. And then we had to do it over and over again, but we had to like fake it, because they wanted a picture for like the newspapers. They wanted pictures of us throwing it, so we would have to like go like this and then like just freeze, make it look like we were throwing them. But we had to do it over and over and over again. And then when that like ceremony, don't know if it's a ceremony, when that part was over, what we did is there's a big vase full of sticks, and you have to shake them up, and the one that is the highest, the stick that gets like brought to the top, you pull it out and it has a number on the bottom, and then within the vase there are little drawers. Can't really call it a vase. It looks like a vase, but there are also drawers like surrounding it. Anyways, you take your number and they pull out the drawer of that number and you get a little fortune. and that's your fortune for the day, or I'm not sure how often they do. After we did that, they wanted us to like do an interview. So the three of us, my dad, the main guy, and myself, we all went up to like the shrine part of it, where there was like, that's where people were praying and there was incense, and we were standing up there, and there were cameras in our face and microphones with like the big foamy stuff on it, like in our face, and it was very crowded. And to make things worse, we were standing right next to where the incense was burning, so we were like, it was really stuffy. Anyway, so we were talking to the main guy, and he was telling us in Chinese. I didn't understand all of it, but he was telling us about the building, the temple, and how it was built without a single nail. Like, I don't know how they built it without nails, but it's like a very elaborate, beautiful temple. And there's like carvings in the like wood, and there are like stone. I think it's mostly stone building, which would explain why there would be no nails, but there are some like wooden, like the roof has like a lot of structure to it, and so I don't know how they did it without nails, but like that's what he was telling us. He was telling us about how traditional and you know, taoist the the building was, and he was welcoming us and all that. And then they asked us what we thought about these traditions, and we were like, you know, we answered, you know, that they're part of Taiwanese culture and that it's important, and that all of that took about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then the main guy kind of wandered away, and they interviewed him alone, like the video cameras. They were like asking him, and he was like talking about the traditions and things like that. And my dad and I, we talked to journalists, like for the newspaper and stuff. Well, I don't think they were all for the newspaper. I think some of them just wanted extra information about like what we were doing here and how long we've been here and stuff like that. And I asked one of the guys, he said that there were 11 broadcasting stations there that day, which was crazy, and that there were about 3, he didn't say for sure, but he said there's like 3 newspaper people, and I don't know what newspapers, like what company newspaper, what newspaper it is, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to find it, but I'm gonna look. They gave us a big box of dried pork, which is a traditional, it's like a traditional food here, but I don't eat dried pork, I don't like it, but I accepted it, and then I just gave it to the security man for my building, because he's a really nice guy, and I was just like, I don't like this, do you want it? So I gave it to him. They also gave us these, they're like, don't know if you can see, little figurines of temples, or temple people. I don't know what they say in Chinese, but like this guy's got his tongue sticking out. So yeah, I think that's about all we did. It was really weird because, like I said, I went in not knowing what we were doing. Like my dad, we knew we were gonna have an interview, but we thought it was just gonna be like for a local newspaper, like doing like an expose on foreigners in the town. I'm pretty sure that by tomorrow there will also be a, like the newspapers will be printed. So I think most of Taiwan is gonna know my dad's face and my face, which I wasn't expecting when I woke up this morning. It was a surprise. I knew I was gonna be interviewed, but I thought it was gonna be less of a big deal of it. But I will try and find like a clip of it, like the news story itself. If I get the newspaper, I'm gonna go to like 7-Eleven tomorrow, and I'm gonna pick up like all the newspapers. I'm gonna just flip through it and see if I'm in it. And then I don't know, I think I'm more excited about the newspaper than I am about being on TV. I never really watch the TV because I don't understand it at all. So I never see it, and it's not a big deal for me. But the newspaper, like that's something I can keep. I can like clip, like get a newspaper clipping of myself. I can like keep that hanging up on my wall. That to me that's pretty cool. Maybe I'm just weird like that, but I think that's what I'm more excited about, is seeing myself in a newspaper when I go to 7-Eleven for coffee or whatever tomorrow. And if I get the newspaper, I'll make a video of me like showing you the newspaper so you guys can see. It's probably only going to be like this big of an article, hopefully. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video so that if I did post the news clip later on, you would know what was going on, and also because I wanted to kind of explain in further detail about what happened. And yeah, so that is all. I have to go to bed, like right now. I just took a shower because I smelled like incense, and it's really late, and I need to get up for work tomorrow, so I'm gonna just go away now. Bye!